So it's Tuesday in the actually. Why do I keep thinking it's morning? It's actually 2 in the afternoon. Yesterday was not an easy day for me for a lot of reasons, a lot of different reasons. But it was a busy day at work, busy night, and I didn't even leave work until well past 9 because I didn't wake up until well past 9 because I was tired. So I wanted honestly to come home and take a shower and put on something slouchy and comfortable and stay home all day. My actual plan was to make some chicken wings that don't cost an arm and a leg and stay home and eat chicken wings all day in my pajamas and watch Netflix and cry. But I decided that's probably not the best thing or the healthiest thing for me to do. So I came home, I exfoliated my face with my thing, which again, I'm going to highly recommend that. The Neutrogena thing. It's doing good things. And took a shower, put my purple stuff in my hair, and put my face on, and yeah. So I'm finally going to get to meet my buddy Smoot today. Hopefully nothing happens between here and there. I'm going to go to Ashland, and my plan is to go see my cousin Samantha, and stop and see Papa, and hopefully Aunt Deb. But I'm going to have some lunch with my good buddy Smoot. So, um, couple things first before I get into anything else. The whole the whole the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing, and I know that fortunately for me and for my sanity, most of the people or most of the things I saw on my timeline were positive and favorable. Hey, Twitter blew up yesterday. It was crazy, but it was good stuff. You know what I mean? It was very favorable and very positive. I've only seen a few negative little things that people have posted, and you know what? To each their own. Everybody has their right to feel as they do. Um, but I noticed some people were saying, what's the big deal? And I'm so sick of hearing about it. And the thing with that, they have this thing called Social Fixer that you can put on your Facebook that you can actually filter out any and all topics that you don't ever want to see. And that's probably a good idea, especially in the aftermath of that Vanity Fair cover. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about Annie Leibovitz and her just it was just flawless. The whole thing was flawless. But why is it a big deal? It's a big deal because the man is 65, or the woman is 65 years old, and has spent her entire life in the wrong body. She has spent her entire life trying to be happy and make everyone else around her happy, and now she finally gets to be happy. That's a huge deal. That's everything. Being able to be yourself and live your truth, that's everything. What if you were robbed tomorrow of the ability to live and be who you were? That was just taken from you. Think how devastating that would be. Now imagine living 65 years and feeling that you have to suppress everything about who you truly really are. So yeah, to me, it's everything. It's visibility. It's that 13-year-old child that's sitting in their bedroom right now contemplating suicide because they feel like the odd person out, because they feel like they don't belong in this world, and they feel like God made a mistake, and somebody messed up, and nobody's going to accept them, and nobody's going to love them, and oh my God, I'm a freak of nature. And it's about that child getting online and looking on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and seeing those pictures and seeing just the freaking sheer elation in her eyes in those photographs. And that child seeing that, and that child saying, okay, yeah, yeah, I'm not alone. It's the visibility of it. And I just, for people have very strong feelings about the Kardashians. I mean, there's no real, there's such a polarization of thoughts on them. Either people really, really hate them or they really, really love them. There's not a whole lot of in between. But you know, they're a family and they're going through some stuff and they're very supportive of one another. And whether you like them or not, whether you think Kris Jenner is the spawn of Satan or a dirty whore or not, they're still people. And I just think I'm captivated by the entire thing. I'm captivated by the transition. I'm excited to see, you know, her blossom as her true self. I think she's freaking hot. Let's just go ahead and she is freaking hot. I mean, I do dig me some older women, so maybe I'm a little bit biased in that, but no, I ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Her boobs are gigantic. Good God, she got big hooters. But you know, she got to carry him around. So, but anywho, yeah, I just think it's a great story, and I wish it's something that he could have. Or I keep saying he, she could have come out with sooner. But the fact that she's doing it now, I think, is just amazing. There that is. Okay, so I'm sure that maybe some of you um, may have noticed a certain tone in a few of the little things that I've been posting recently. And as you know, I'm kind of a mixed bag when it comes to stuff. Some things I just overshare the hell out of. Other things that are like deeply personal, I'm very cryptic and vague about. I think that's by design, really, because I'm one of these type people that even though I know folk are, you know, just wanting to help and wanting to be there, and God, that's great. I love it. It's very supportive. It upsets me to talk about certain things, so I kind of shy. I tend to shy away from opening up. Um, because if you have a lot of friends, then that's a lot of times to open up. And I'm very particular about who I choose to share things with. Um, I just am. But I am going through something that I had hoped that I wouldn't have to go through. I mean, it's not a health issue. Healthy, I'm healthy as a horse. Um, I'm good. My work is good. My family is good. Everything. It's just a more of a personal type thing that I'm going through that I wish that I weren't, and it's made me very sad. It's not very sad, but it's not something that is this horrible hate filled. There is no animosity or hostility or hate or anything like that directed towards anyone. If anything, there's nothing but love and affection and hopes for happiness and good things. Um, I just think sometimes people we are on different paths or we are in different places or we allow things that have happened to us in our lifetimes to affect our present. And I think sometimes we allow those things to steal our joy. And I certainly think that this particular situation that I am going through, it's a shining example of allowing things from your past to steal your joy. But I think it's also a lesson and an exercise in strength and in courage because sometimes I think we fear doing what we know in our heart is the right thing because we get so used to how things are or we get comfortable with something or we hold on to these things that sometimes are not meant for us. And I think sometimes it takes a lot of effort and sometimes honestly strength to realize that some things are not meant for you, no matter how badly you want them, no matter how much you're willing to sacrifice or risk to have these things. Sometimes it's just not meant to work out, or it's not meant to work out in a certain way or in a certain time, or. And I think for me, and I was actually told that one of my biggest downfalls is that I can be impatient when it comes to things and wanting answers and um, not allowing other folk to process things in their own time. And I will have to say that I am guilty of that. I'm a person who I think very fast. Sometimes I talk very fast. I have to be mindful of how fast I talk sometimes, and I really have to make myself slow down because I do speak quickly, and people apparently cannot understand me when I do that. So, um, but I think quickly, and I'm one of these type people that I analyze the hell out of everything, and I think about stuff, and then I think about thinking about stuff, and where's the logic, and I have to make, it's like a puzzle, and I have to put the pieces. I can't just sit here with a bunch of pieces everywhere in front of me because it will absolutely drive me batshit crazy. It will drive me insane. And so I'm constantly on a quest. And this isn't just this particular situation. It's a life situation. I'm constantly on a quest to put the pieces together. I have to have them fit, and I have to be able to sit back and look and see and analyze. And that gets me in trouble a lot of the times. It gets me in a lot of trouble. And maybe this is, I've always said that everything that happens to us, every single thing that we go through, it's a lesson, honey. It is a lesson. It's either a lesson or a blessing. And I think this particular lesson for me is to learn to slow down. It's to learn to let go of what has happened to me in my past because it is ruining my future. It's ruining my present, and I'm allowing it. I'm sitting here like a fucking chump, and I'm allowing it to happen. And I feel so powerless to stop it. It's like, what? How do you stop it? I mean, how do you stop a train that's coming, 5 bajillion miles an hour? How do you just put your hand up and say, "Excuse me"? No. And it's a learning process. It's learning how to stop those old behaviors, and it's learning how to trust again, and to love, and to not take things so personally, and not to feel so slighted, and to take my insecurities and maybe turn them around into something that's productive and beautiful and positive, instead of letting it be something that cripples me, as it often does. And it's just learning to know. It's learning how to know yourself and how to love yourself so that you can move forward, and you can be happy, and you can give away that part of yourself to someone fully, completely, willingly, and without fear or trepidation. So, so I'm going to head out. Gonna finish my coffee, and it's very cool. This weather is very November-esque, and I'm not complaining because I love it. I love cool temperatures, so you're not going to hear any bitching and griping out of me. I'm a fan. So, for those of you who aren't a fan, head up. It's going to get hot soon enough. You'll be bitching about that. So, enjoy it while you got it. Mm-hmm.